You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
All right, Black and White Sports supporters. Well, we're going to talk about the Indiana Fever and more specifically further fallout from what turned into an atrocious loss, an inexcusable loss by the Indiana Fever yesterday. More specifically, the spotlight is now glaringly bright, shining directly, radiation style, directly onto the forehead of one coach, Christie Sides. She has been getting absolutely crushed since the end of that game yesterday. Of course, it was, look, Angel Reese has made comments. We're going to look at that involving this game and how she feels about where this all stands. But I do think it's a rivalry. Even if Caitlin Clark and even if Angel Reese don't want to say so, I think we know it is. And I think it's very interesting. I gave Caitlin Clark a lot of praise the other day because she's been very articulate and has taken the high road. Well, Angel Reese is that dog, according to her comments. But we'll look at other comments she made involving this game. Now, in case you're wondering, the next Fever game is Thursday, 9 p.m. That's the Seattle Storm. And then the next big circle your calendar game is that Brittany Griner, Diana Taurasi game next week, next Sunday at 2 o'clock, that same kind of time slot against Caitlin Clark and the Indiana Fever. So, this has emerged. This was an embrace between Teresa Witherspoon and Christie Sides after the game yesterday. And don't worry, we'll get back around to fans absolutely, and I mean absolutely crushing Christie Sides. Again, it's inexcusable. People want her fired. People want her walked out. And there's a lot of, people are talking about this embrace between the two of these at the end of that game. We don't know what was said there. It's raised a lot of eyebrows. Particularly with the let me whisper in your ear thing. And it's like, what is going on here exactly between these two coaches? There are some pretty wild things going around out there, all right, about why this happened. What is this about? Is it nothing or is it a lot? All right, or is it a lot? Seriously, and this is just sort of the some of the things that come back out of this. The fix is in, ? It wouldn't surprise me. There's definitely an agenda going on, and there's a lot of people that believe, and we've seen it, Becky Hammond, Cheryl Reeve. Is there an issue involving coaches and egos here? Because, it's crazy. It's crazy. Quote, when I get fired, can I join your coaching staff? Witherspoon, whispering, I can't believe you continued to let Nalissa keep guarding Angel and didn't get Cece a shot. Sides whispering, I know I screwed up. And then, of course, there's some whose line of is it anyway action. Yikes. Yikes, seriously. Throwing Caitlin Clark under the bus again. Jesus Christ, who is Christie Sides sleeping with? Whoa! She's one that told Cece to take better shots, put her at the 2 spot in the first 6 games of the season, continue to underutilize every aspect of Cece's game. Pure negligence by the Indiana Fever for not firing her at this point. It's good. It's officially ugly. It's officially ugly. I've never had a single conspiracy theory in my life, but something is off here. I'm telling you. People were not thrilled after this kind of a heated game to see that kind of embrace and I tend to agree with this comment. 2 of the worst coaches in the league. Now, I don't think Teresa Witherspoon's very good either. I'm going to be real here. Please give me a job when I get fired for not giving one of the best players in the league the ball in the last 3 minutes. It's inexcusable. Seriously. Seriously. It's very sad that these young ladies are playing under the proliferation of sports gambling, especially Angel Reese and the Mafia. I heard that Jordan had some issues, but that's just rumors. They need high security. What is going on here? Now we're bringing up sports gambling. Yikes. She was thanking sides for not allowing Clark to take over the game once her teammates went cold. It's absolutely wild, folks. I'm telling you. Indiana Fever has the best shooter in the history of college basketball in Caitlin Clark, who is known for her clutchness, yet Christie Sides didn't run one play for her in the last 3 minutes of this game. Angel Reese and Chicago Sky win today. Now, I told you I would read these comments. This is what Reese said about the supposed rivalry or the budding rivalry. It is. It is. That's for us to say, maybe not for them. Quote, "It's just competition," Reese responded. I mean, they still got us. They are up on us. They should be up 3-0. I mean, seriously. So I'm just happy for the team, and I want to make it about us. Chicago, they came out tonight, so I'm just happy for us. That's great, but the coach is the one that blew the game. This should have been an Indiana Fever win. I mean, Caitlin Clark played her ass off. What are you going to do? When Caitlin Clark's playing the Sky and the coach, that's a lot of defense to overcome. You got to start wondering about this coach tanking on purpose so Reese and Chicago can get the win. It's wild. I'm telling you, some wild conspiracies are starting to come out of this thing. It really is. This has been my problem for a long time. You guys have heard me say it. It's been a couple of weeks. But when they were initially losing all those games, I was talking about the fact this 11 shot attempts right here, that doesn't cut it, folks. No, she should be taking 15 shots a game minimum. Ideally, I'd love to see 16 to 22. Seriously. Christie Sides hates how much everyone loves Caitlin Clark, laugh out loud. I wonder. I have to wonder. This is 100. You fire this coach today. You can take the bus home. She can take the bus home. And that's how a lot of people feel about this, folks. I mean, seriously. Yep, the coaching in the last 5 minutes of game from the Fever was absolutely pitiful. Possession after possession wasted. Chicago collapsed on CC. And Indiana had no second option on plays for either her to get open or for a teammate to dive to the basket or anything. It's baffling. When they made their big run, Caitlin had them coming off screens and into handoffs before ball screens, and she was tearing it up. Then they stopped. It looked like a completely different team in the second half. I don't get it. I truly don't. As soon as they came out in the first 6 minutes of the second half, I was like, what happened here? You have completely abandoned what has absolutely worked in this basketball game. That's crazy. That's crazy. I don't think she ran a play for her the whole game and definitely did not in the second half. In the second half, that's an absolute fact. Seriously. That's crazy. That's crazy. Sides has got to go. Was she betting on the game? Guys, I've actually seen that quite a bit. Of just conspiracy, what's going on. You know, that's twice we've brought up things related, the mafia and all kinds of just, and I understand that's really wild things, but jealousy? I don't know. I thought the same thing. Imagine how good the team would be if there was no jealousy on the team. There we go, another one. It's pretty wild. But for weeks, the past weeks, I thought the mob calls for Sides' head had ended. Now this. Well, it is what it is. I mean, that was it was one of the worst coaching performances, maybe the worst coaching performance I've ever seen in the second half of a basketball game. I mean, seriously. 4 missed layups in the last half of the fourth quarter. Layups. Blew a 12-point lead with 6.24 seconds to go. Was 82-70 at that point. That must mean 6:24 to go in the game, not seconds. Sides, just don't let Clark shoot a three. This guy says he changed the channel, thought the game was over. I don't know. It's getting ugly. Agree, I just can't figure out Christie sides. It just seems dumb. The idiot coach cost them the game. What else is new? Christie should be removed from the job. A lot of backlash. A lot of backlash after that horrible performance. And if they keep this up, if they have a few more of these kind of meltdowns, and I thought Christie sides had figured it out. That second half looked a lot more like the first 8 to 10 games of the year, where Christie sides looked like she was completely lost and did not know how to use Caitlin Clark. I thought we had progressed past this point. I thought we had progressed past it. I guess we haven't. Wow. Tell me what you think. Peace. I'm out. Till next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.